guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanna. Hi. On today's video, I'm going to give you a couple tips that I've learned along the way while I've been planning my wedding. I'm not hiring a wedding planner for any of the planning process, but I will be hiring a day of coordinator. I thought it'd be neat to teach you what I've taught myself, what I've learned from different sources. This video was going to be more of a story time. I was going to tell you what my worst experience was when I looked at a venue. Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe for another video. If you guys want to see that or hear about it, let me know. But basically, I'm going to give you guys a few tips. This isn't jotted down or planned, so I'm so sorry if it's a little scattered. But I do think these are valuable tips, okay? So here we go. Tip number one is when you first get engaged or start planning your wedding, honestly, get your own separate email. If you start combining all the wedding stuff with your personal email, things are just gonna get lost. It's just gonna be more confusing, probably more overwhelming. I think I started that way a little bit for like, let's say a week or so, that I did put my personal email, but then I quickly realized like, no, we need a separate email. One of the best decisions ever. It's more organized. You know, you go straight there and it's all just wedding things. That is tip number one. Let's see, another tip is one of the first things that you're going to need to do is figure out where you're gonna get married. Researching wedding venues. So I've learned quite a bit about wedding venues because a lot of research and a lot of personal experience with contacting wedding venues, and we can't just go to 100 different venues and look at them in person. Go online, go through different sites like Wedding Wire, The Knot. Look online, figure out, talk to your partner. How does your partner envision their wedding and how do you envision your wedding? And then just kind of talk about like what you're looking for. An outdoor ceremony, indoor ceremony, at a church, a reception outdoors, indoors. Start on something, then it narrows it down. If you don't want an outdoor wedding, you're not gonna be looking for venues that are all outdoors. So once you guys kind of have an idea of what you guys are looking for and what you guys want, go ahead and start searching. So when you're searching online, go to like Wedding Wire, The Knot, just go on Google, type in, and then when you see wedding venues that you're interested in, that you're like, ooh, I like this, go ahead and email them. Tell them hello, and if you have your wedding date, even better, because that way you're able to ask them if they have your date available. But if you're more flexible on your wedding date, changing it, or you have no set date yet, then that's fine. Once you email several of them, go and read through what they send you, what comes in their packages, the different pricings, and that way you're able to compare with the other venues to see, hey, like this one comes with this. Once you have received all the emails, narrow it down to the top 3, 4, 5 venues that you want to actually take your time to go look at. Once you choose your wedding venue and you book it, you have your date. So once you have your date, you can start looking at other vendors like your photographer, your videographer, coordinator, and see their availability. You can't just hire a different vendor without really knowing when you're gonna get married, because you have to make sure that they're available on the date that you want to get married. Another thing too is when you're figuring out what you're going to wear, sometimes or a lot of the time, it's going to be the vibe of the venue. So if you're getting married in like a ballroom and then you get a wedding dress that's more like a beach vibes, I mean, honestly, you do you. You want that dress, you get that dress. But a lot of us might want to kind of complement the venue with the dress, and also because you just want to feel more secure that, okay, it's happening, this is a date, then go from there. Also decorations. How am I going to decorate this location? Now I have a vision, now I really know clearly how this place looks. A lot of reasons why you need a venue in the beginning. You can't plan everything else and then at the end, okay, well, let's figure out where we're gonna get married. Like, I feel like that'll be more difficult. My third tip for you is to stay organized. Organized. You will get overwhelmed. You will start feeling stressed. It's normal. Some of us might not even feel stressed whatsoever. Number one, maybe because they hire their own wedding planner, or number two, they're just like that. So one of the things that I ended up doing was I wanted to have a wedding planner, and me being me, I don't know what's going on here, but I ended up creating my own wedding planner. I did look at wedding planners online and everything, and then I said, you know what, I want to make my own. I ended up loving how it came out. I was honestly proud of myself. I literally was putting in everything that I would want in my wedding planner and feel like I would need. I did it in the way for me to print out my wedding planner myself, so then I can have, let me show you. So I can have like a folder this way and print out my wedding planner. So here's like a little, okay, look at this. So it's a lot of pages. I went ahead and created this wedding planner. I want other people to be able to have access to this because I think it was going to be very helpful, and I'm a very organized person. I opened up an Etsy shop, guys. I did, and this wedding planner is available on there. So if you haven't gotten a wedding planner and you're looking for one, check this one out. But yeah, so basically what I'm gonna do is I got this at Target. I'm going to hole punch it and place it in here. I want everything here. You can also grab like another, like a folder like this, hole punch it here, and any other forms that I receive, pamphlet, the pricing, vendors, information, I'll have it here. So then everything that I probably want to have together for the wedding will be here. So instead of just having like a separate wedding planner and then having another folder with all the contracts and forms and stuff, I just kind of want it here. So that was my vision, my idea, and that's pretty much what I did. Staying organized is going to really help you with staying focused and staying less stressed and keep the pressure off. Like for example, like I made a timeline. This is one of the pages. This is a timeline between 9 to 14 months before your wedding, but again, you're going to accommodate based on your timeline for your wedding. But normally during this time frame, this is the checklist. These are the things that you need to pretty much kind of accomplish to kind of stay on task. It's not like it's impossible, like, oh my goodness, I didn't book a venue, blah blah blah. Like, you can still find a venue afterwards, but this is just a guide to help you feel more at ease with your wedding planning process and to have everything in place and here for you. But yeah, so, woo, so excited about this. I'm wondering if I should just do those 3 tips and then just literally have another video where it's more structured, because this was more out of the blue in a sense. Again, this was meant for me to tell you a story time of the worst venue that I went to. But instead, I went ahead and gave you guys 3 wedding planning tips when you first start planning a wedding. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. I always say that, but it's true. All right guys, until next time.